What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel, where we speak the truth, we're honest, we give out takes on the NFL. And this is your NFL Week 7 predictions. Man, it's already Week 7. I can't believe this. I felt like the season just started a couple weeks ago, which it basically did, but it's gone by so fast, man. And, it kind of makes me sad because I'm over here enjoying the MLB playoffs every single night with the Philadelphia Phillies and what they're doing right now. And then I get to Sundays and I'm like, man, the week is going by so fast. And Sundays are going by so fast. Like, the season's in, rapid fire, man. And it's, I don't know. Can't help it, but Week 7, we're already here. We're already trying. We've already got a mindset of what teams are going to be competing. We got the trade deadline coming up in a couple weeks. There's rumors out there of teams that could be cleaning house and trying to get trade acquisitions, and teams that are really going to be in the thick of it come December to try to get a playoff spot for January. So this is shaping up to be a fun week, much better than last week. Even though last week's record, we went 9-6. Obviously, San Francisco and the Eagles lost. The Eagles play the Dolphins this week. Not talking about that game on here. Anything you want, Dolphins, Eagles related, gotta wait for the preview tomorrow. Okay? Gotta wait for Friday's preview. So we're going to get into the rest of these games very quickly. And before we do that, if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Big Fight Field channel, okay? Not only are we doing football content right now, but AEW Full Gear's in a couple weeks. So I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things with AEW. Basketball starts next week. Next week, I have a season preview coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. I think I'm going to record it. If the Phillies don't play on Monday, which I think this series is going to be over by Saturday, I think it's going to be Phillies in 5. Monday night, I'm going to record my season preview for the Philadelphia 76ers, and I should have it up on the channel by next Tuesday. So it's kind of like a breaking news kind of thing here, but I did do Sixers content last year towards the end of the season. I want to talk about it a little bit in the beginning of the season and, of course, the end of the season. And tomorrow, next Tuesday, I'm dropping a season preview for the Sixers. So should be fun. Be sure to subscribe to the channel with all Sixers stuff coming up. AEW Full Gear. Miami Dolphins football. We got Dolphins Eagles this week. Sunday night football. It's going to be an absolutely electric matchup. I cannot wait. And if you haven't already, be sure to go ahead and check out the post-game recap video of the Miami Dolphins versus the Carolina Panthers. It'll be up in the last 20 seconds of this video. All you have to do is go ahead, click the video at the end when it pops up, and boom, it'll take you right to the video. But of course, don't do that until you watch all of this video. Let's get into Week 7. And we have 6 teams on a bye this week. San Francisco, Carolina, the Jets, Cincinnati, Houston, and the Tennessee Titans. A lot of teams on byes this week. 6 teams on bye. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 13 games. We got 13 games to talk about this week. Let's dive into Thursday night football. The Jacksonville Jaguars going to Mercedes-Benz Superdome to face the New Orleans Saints. A Jacksonville Jaguars team who might not have Trevor Lawrence going into tonight's game. And if that's the case, you might as well mark the L on my fantasy team, because my fantasy team has taken a sweet old nosedive ever since Justin Jefferson got injured. And my season's kind of fucked now because Jefferson's not going to be playing. He's on IR. Um, it sucks. It really does. Fantasy football, both of my leagues are done after week 5. It's fucking fantastic. Um, Jaguars, Saints. I don't know if Trevor Lawrence is going to play tonight. He's questionable. I do think he's going to play, and even if I do think he's going to play, I'm still taking the Saints. The Saints lost to the Houston Texans last week. I think they're going to come up fired up. Home game at home on Thursday Night Football against a very good Jacksonville team, not in the same conference. But if they can get a big win against the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think that goes a long way with, hey, the Saints could compete for the NFC South, even though it's not a good division at all. The Saints could be the top team in that division. I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints. It's not an upset because they're favored to beat the Jaguars. It's basically a pick 'em, but I like the Saints. Home team, coming off a loss last week. I'm going to take the Saints on Thursday Night Football. Then we get into the Sunday games, and this one is a sexy old matchup. Something I like to call a sexy matchup. The Detroit Lions going to M&T Bank Stadium to face the Baltimore Ravens. The Detroit Lions are rolling right now, man. The Baltimore Ravens are one of the better teams in the AFC right now. Their defense is really good. The Lions have turned a 360 with their defense last year. I think this is going to be a very close competitive game where both teams are going to go back and forth. And I think it's going to come down to what quarterback is not going to make a mistake in the fourth quarter. And I think Jared Goff's going to throw an interception to cost the Lions the game. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Baltimore Ravens at home over the Detroit Lions. But I would not be shocked if the Lions went to Baltimore and won this game. With the Dolphins playing at 8:20 on Sunday Night Football, this will probably be one of the games I watch on Sunday. I'm really looking forward to this one as a fan because, hey man, I like what Dan Campbell's done with the Lions. I like the culture he's built there. I like the players they have there. Jared Goff's playing really good football this year. Amon-Ra St. Brown is awesome to watch. That defense is filthy. The Lions are fun, man. They're a really fun team. Shout out to them, but I'm going to take the Ravens to win on Sunday. Speaking of not fun, the Las Vegas Raiders against the Chicago Bears. We got Brian Hoyer against Tyson Badgett. That's your quarterback matchup with Justin Fields and Jimmy Garoppolo hurt going into this game. You could basically flip a coin on this one. It really doesn't fucking matter. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Las Vegas Raiders just because they have the higher upside going into this matchup, even though it's in Chicago. The Bears season, toast. So I'm going to take the Raiders on this one. Browns, Colts. Don't know if Deshaun Watson is going to come back for this game. I don't know. But even without him, PJ Walker, they found a way to beat the 49ers, even if it came from a Jake Moody missed game-winning field goal. They still found a way. And that defense that is ran by Jim Schwartz is great. The Browns have a great defense, and it's why they're winning games. They are, what's their record? I think it's like 3-2 right now. The Browns are 3-2, and they have the Colts this week. Then they got a tough one against Seattle. So they need this game this week. I think they get it against Gardner Minshew, who struggled against Jacksonville last week. Give me the Browns on the road against the Colts. Then we go to Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots. This is lock of the week. I can't believe I'm saying this. As much as I hate the Buffalo Bills, they're my lock of the week. Just on the sheer fact of the Patriots are done. The Patriots season is over. 1-5 start. Their offense, it's just not good. Their offensive line is abysmal. They can't run the ball. They don't have good receivers. They don't have good tight ends. Hunter Henry is their best weapon on the team. That goes to show you how bad the Patriots offense is. Matthew Judon's on IR. Christian Gonzalez is on IR. They signed they traded for JC Jackson, but that's not going to work. JC Jackson's not the same player he once was. And they're done. Mac Jones is not the guy. Bill Belichick needs to be. He should be fired. That's a question. That's a topic of discussion for another day. But man, in my honest opinion, if Bill Belichick wants to break Don Shula's record as the most wins of any NFL head coach, he's gonna have to leave New England because I don't think he's getting it with the Patriots. Give me the Bills. They're my lock of the week against the Patriots. Fuck the Bills, but also fuck the Patriots. I'm going to take the Bills as my lock of the week. And they should have lost to the Giants. I didn't complain about it on Twitter, but the last play of the game, that was absolutely a holding call on Taron Johnson, on Darren Waller. Absolutely, and the refs gave him that game. The fact that game was as close as it was, with the Giants' offensive line and Tyrod Taylor at quarterback, the Bills are fucking lucky that they won that game. And the Giants, after losing to the Dolphins and the Bills, they're going to face the Washington Commanders. And I was looking at this game for a little bit. The Giants are home. I don't know if Daniel Jones is playing or not. I'm going to guess yes. He might not, but I'm going to say yes. And I'm like, should I pick the Giants? Should I pick this as my upset of the week? Because I do have a 1-5 team that is my upset of the week, but it's not the Giants. I just can't see it. I can't see it, man. They're abysmal. They're horrific right now. And I'm picking the Washington Commanders to go to MetLife and get a win over the New York Giants this week. Falcons-Bucks is a coin flip. Desmond Ridder had a bad second half game against the Commanders last week. Really bad. Buccaneers lost to the Detroit Lions, but now in 2023, it's no shame losing to the Detroit Lions. I'm going to go ahead and take the Bucks. They're the home team. They're the better team in my opinion. I don't trust Desmond Ridder. That's what it comes down to. I wouldn't trust Desmond Ridder in a close game. We saw how he did last week against Washington. He got the win over Houston. But I don't know if he's the guy over there. I'm not sure. But I'm going to take the Bucks against the Falcons. Then we get to the 4 o'clock slate. Steelers-Rams. Rams losing Kyren Williams. Again, another major injury to my fantasy team. My second fantasy team, who's 2-4. My other one's 3-3. Both leagues are finished. Kyren Williams going down. Not pretty. Not pretty at all. I'm going to take the Steelers. They're the better team. It's going to be a fucking home game for the Steelers. Steeler fans are going to take over SoFi Stadium on Sunday, and the Steelers are going to win. That's simply what it comes down to. Steelers are going to win this game. Cardinals, Seahawks. Give me the Seahawks. Packers, Broncos. This is where my upset of the week comes in. And it's not the fact that I like the Broncos in this game. Is the fact that I went on my CBS Sports app, I saw the line, and it was at -1 for the Packers. I'm confused by that. Because realistically, you think the Packers should be favored by more than 1 point over the fucking Broncos, who is the worst team in the AFC. The Broncos should be underdog by more points, but they're only underdog by 1. Why? I think Vegas likes the Broncos. And I think that Vegas thinks that the Broncos are going to need to win a game soon. And maybe this game against the Green Bay Packers at home is the game. So I'm going to go ahead, make a boneheaded decision, and take the Denver Broncos over the Green Bay Packers as my upset of the week. Chargers, Chiefs. Chargers lost an absolute heartbreaker on Monday Night Football to the Dallas Cowboys. Another fourth quarter situation where Justin Herbert has the opportunity to give his team either the tie to go into overtime or to win the game, and he throws a fourth quarter interception. Right now, Justin Herbert is the least clutch quarterback in the NFL. So, and it don't get any better for them. They got to play the Kansas City Chiefs this week. Chiefs, possibly the best team in the AFC next to the Miami Dolphins. I think it'll be high scoring, but I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs in this game. Then we go to Monday Night Football. San Francisco against the Vikings. Listen, Vikings offensive line, I think is going to get Kirk Cousins killed in this game. Sarcasm, but I think the San Francisco defensive front is going to absolutely feast on a terrible Vikings offensive line, and it could be an okay day for the offense. I don't know if the 49ers are going to have Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, but what I do know is that nobody is hurt on that defensive side of the football, and I think the defense wins the 49ers this game. It's going to be low scoring, I think, but I love the San Francisco 49ers to bounce back over the Minnesota Vikings. And then the game of the week, Sunday Night Football. The 5-1 Miami Dolphins against the best team in the NFC, and they're playing a team in a city that I love so much, dear to my heart, the 5-1 Philadelphia Eagles. I am stoked for this game. I'm absolutely stoked for this game. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm not even looking for a win. I would love for the Dolphins to win, but I'm not even looking for a Miami Dolphins win here against the Eagles. You want more about it? You got to tune into tomorrow's preview as I talk about the biggest matchup of the Week 7 of the NFL season. The Miami Dolphins, the Philadelphia Eagles, possibly the two best teams in each of their conference. A lot of people saying it's going to be a big bounce back week for the Eagles. We'll see. We'll see. I don't hate the Eagles at all. I respect the Eagles. I love their fans. I love Philly fans. I respect the shit out of Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts. Opposite of Tua, Jalen Hurts is probably my favorite quarterback in the NFC. So, we're going to talk about it tomorrow here on the Big Fight Field channel. I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Again, Dolphins, Eagles content this week. Preview tomorrow. Post-game recap Sunday night. And then don't forget, Tuesday, season preview for the Philadelphia 76ers. First game is a week from today against the Milwaukee Bucks. Again, I'm not going to make videos after every Sixers game because that's a headache waiting to happen. So I'm going to spread it out and try to get it when I possibly can with you guys with Sixers content. So that's the schedule for the next couple weeks. For the next week, be sure to subscribe. Comment down below if you're an NFL fan. Let me know your predictions down below. And which, by the way, we went 9-6 last week. We're 51-42 on the season, so I like where we are. We're 9 games over 500. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me, and follow me on Twitter at Colin_Joseph. And guys, I will see you for tomorrow's preview: the Miami Dolphins and the Philadelphia Eagles. And even though this week we're playing the Philadelphia Eagles, as always, go Vikings, baby. Let's go. Game 3, Brandon fought for the Diamondbacks. Rangers, Suarez for the Phillies. I like our chances today in Arizona. Let's fucking go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. And fins up. And go Phils.